Hey YouTube, well it is the 5th of March and it is 54 degrees today. We still have pretty much snow to get rid of, but we've lost a lot. A lot of things are all muddy and all. I am not going to believe that this is the end of winter. However, if it is, then it is. But they're calling for snow tonight, but only 1 inch. So I don't know if that's going to change. If the temperature stays like this, it's not going to stick because the ground's going to be too warm for it, I guess. Still got a little snow here by the sawmill, not much. But it's pretty muddy. Somebody had called me this morning, and I was busy when they called. And they said that they were going to stop up, but I don't know who it is, and I didn't see them, so I don't know what's going on. Hey guys, so what we've got here is the temperature is an astounding 51 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to snow, and the temperature won't go above 32 from what I've read on the news or the weather. I find this weather to be unbelievable. Oh, I need to check the relative humidity of the wood because I need to figure how I'm going to do this. This wood's going to either have to be planed or stacked somewhere as it is, but I'd rather plane it as I take it out of here. Getting readings of 9%. Eight, 7%. Down on the bottom it's getting lower, 5%. So it's a little lower than what I actually want it to be. Very few, if any, of these boards have cracks on them. This one has a little bit of a cup to it, but there's no wood, or I mean no weight on the top of that. There are a few cups here and there. Most of this stuff is smaller boards. From here down is mainly 1x12. The 1x12, it's actually looking pretty nice. Nice and flat. So this stuff is ready to come out of here. My problem is tomorrow it's supposed to snow all day and all night. But they say we're only going to get an inch worth. It's frustrating when you get information like that because a lot of times whatever the weather is, like say in Elmira or even in Wellsboro, which is about 1,000 feet below us, is not what we get. Sometimes we get, you know, a bad storm, whereas they've gotten some drizzle. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. But this white ash is very nice. It's going to come out nice once I start taking it out of here and decide where I'm going to store it until I start to use it. I just want to show you some of the... You can see how nice those boards look in there on the edge. There's no splits or cracks in the edges of these boards. This is a 1x6 here. Very nice stuff. Yeah, you can see on the top there, like that one's cupped pretty good. A couple of them on the top, which can be cut into strips. Not really concerned about that. You know, you got to get some cups here or there somewhere. It's just the nature of the beast. What I'd like to do is, and what I've been doing all along, is planing this as I take it out of here. I mean, I'm down to, on the bottom there, I've got wood that's at 5%, which is actually a little low. So I would like it a little higher than that. But it hasn't cracked or anything on the bottom, and that looks good. So, I would still like to plane it before I stack it. I don't really like stacking rough cut wood, because the rough cut has like a fuzz to it, and when you stack it, it's not really, you know, as flat laying as it would be if you were stacking it on as it's planed. That's just my opinion, and that's, you know, how I like to do it. So this is more than done. You can see the temperature was 100 in there before I opened up the kiln, and it's below 30% relative humidity, which is ideal for drying. So today is a good drying day for that. I don't think that 5% stuff that's near the bottom is going to really hurt anything as far as you know, being that low of humidity, of moisture, but it should be a little bit higher than that. But anyway, it'll stabilize itself once I move it from here and put it into the greenhouse. But again, I want to plane it. And as nice as it looks today, as beautiful as it is today, you know, the weather, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and then it's supposed to be cold temperatures all through next week, except one day it looks like it's supposed to go to 52, I think they said. But the problem living where I'm at is almost always the temperature difference, whatever they say, is 7 to 9 degrees different. So if they're calling for 52, we're talking around 40, 41 or so, 42, okay, 43 maybe. If they're talking in the 40s, we're talking in the, you know, in the 30s. So that's normally how it runs. So it's crazy. But anyway, I really want to plane this before I get it out of here, and that means that I need to plane this before I start cutting wood to put back in there. It's that simple. That's the process I have. It's been working good, and there's no sense in changing that. So it's just such a nice day. It feels like, you know, it feels like I should be ready to get going soon, but it's only the beginning of March, and we still have a potential for 2 more months of winter. I know a lot of my friends out there are, you know, praying for the spring to get here, but I just don't want to start bringing all kinds of tools and things out here only to be covered in snow. So I'm still holding off. Anyway, like I say, that's white ash. You're looking, the top there is around 10% relative humidity, I would say, in this top part. Down in here it's mainly like 8 to 10, and then down a little bit lower it's 5 to 8. And I would imagine that side's the same thing because of the way it's working. So it's ready to come out of there. Like I say, I have a couple of boards there that are cupped. I'm not going to worry about them. I think I may just take the cup boards, put them on the sawmill, and cut them right away, so I don't have to worry about the cup having me on the plane taking too much wood off, when I could just take 1 or 2 passes instead of taking more than that. So it's ready, but the weather's not. I just have to wait a little longer. That's all there is to it. Nice thing is that this is drying, not drying, but it's you know, snow's gone. Now if you look over in the woods there, you see we still have snow, but snow's mainly gone here. The concrete's drying up. I was working on the sawmill today a little bit to just oil this and that and do some cleaning on it to make sure when it's time I'm ready to go. And I'm just pushing it. I have to be careful with this. Also, I want to work on this green pipe here. I want to concrete that in so I can put the crane in. The problem is you can see where there's moisture running down through here. And just because it's on the top and it's over that way, this is totally saturated, this ground here. And the water runs, you know, we're on the side of the roadway here. And this is how the water comes. It comes this way and then runs down through here. So I don't want to go digging that up yet either. And besides, if I order concrete and tomorrow it snows, it's not going to be good to pour, because I got to have that, make sure that this thing is going to be held still while I'm pouring it. And I'm going to basically be alone when I'm doing that. So I just got to watch what I'm doing and not get too carried away. Alright guys, well, believe me, I'm getting as excited as you guys are about cutting. It's just that I don't want to start to cut and end up with problems. I'm very happy with the way this kiln is working. What I ought to do is build another one. The only problem is I know what'll happen. I'll fill this, then I'll fill that, and I'll have the same problem next spring. I've already got about 8,000 board feet of lumber cut and planed already, so I gotta watch how much I cut. I don't really need a whole lot more than that.